Greetings everyone, Eric here, and welcome back to another video. In this one, we're going to be taking a look at the EVO 4 by Audient. Now, the EVO 4 is an audio interface. Audio interfaces are devices that you can plug directly into your computer, usually through USB, or at least this one does. And what it allows you to do is it allows you to plug your instruments and microphones directly into your computer for audio recording. So like my microphone right here. This microphone is directly plugged into my Behringer audio interface, and that's how I'm recording this audio. Even though the camera does have a microphone, but since I had this thing set up anyway, I figure I might as well use it. So yeah, this is something that kind of caught my eye. I've been kind of looking around at some like newer stuff that's been going around in the audio music recording kind of world. And I don't know how old these are. Like, I don't know when they came out. Just because I just, like, as soon as I saw it, I was like, ooh, that's cool looking. I love the size. I love what it is. The price is good. I'm going to check it out. So I actually didn't research the, like the date that it came out, like what year. I don't know if it's this year or last year or I don't know, 3 years ago. I don't know. I just know that it's shiny and it's nice and plugs in through USB. It has two main, well, actually, yeah. Before I go into talking any further, let's go to me unboxing this whole thing. So, unboxing. Okay, we're just going to have a quick look at the inside of this box. So this is the EVO 4. All right, let's get this open. It's a really nice box, by the way. I really like the, whoop. I have not opened this yet. I've taken the plastic wrap off. Okay, inside the box, no foam, which is fine. All right, so first we see, oh, a little bit of the information about it. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so yeah, it's a little card with a bunch of information on it. Let me make this a little darker for you guys. That made it brighter. That's fine. So yeah, a little bit of like info sheet for you guys to make everything look a little, look nicer. There we go, that's easier to, yeah, that's a lot easier to see. But yep, you got your stuff here. It's got the connect, install drivers, features, and then a bunch of other features and stuff on the back of how to do stuff. Cool. This thing, oh, okay, that was protecting the actual device. This is the device, let's put it over here. That was also protecting the device. And USB Type-C. Cool. So, yeah, not a whole lot in the box because there doesn't need to be a whole lot. So let's get all that out of the way, and let's open this up. Oh, there's one of those, throw away, do not eat. Yeah, sure, cool. All right, let's get the unit out. And there is the unit. God, it's very nice. I love the design. The design's really nice. There you have your ins, your inputs right here. These are combination XLR and 1/4 inch jack. So you can see you can put a 1/4 inch jack there, but also an XLR. So you can put your mics and stuff in that. Out here you have your output. This goes to your speakers, so you can output to your speakers. And then of course this is your output to the USB, so to your computer. You got your 48 volt control right here, so you can turn it on or off depending on whether your microphone needs power or not. No idea what these do. No idea. This is a knob for changing volume. It's, wow, that's a lot. That spins very nicely. You got your power button over here, which is interesting. And then you have a bunch of things over here, which I'm not sure what these do, but I'm sure the book tells me. What do these buttons do? Okay, so number 1, which is this one, is smart gain mode, which apparently does some stuff. We'll read that later. We have this, which is inputs 1 and 2. Oh, I guess I could probably mute the 2 inputs. Well, that's pretty cool. 3 is, yes, your phantom power. 4 is your knob, which you can, you know, volume knob. 5 is this thing, which is monitor mix. Oh, okay, I guess that's so if you want to monitor the mix through headphones or another device, you can do that. And then this thing is your output volume. I guess if you want to see your output volume or something. Cool. On the back or on the front or whatever the heck this is called, I guess this is just the other side, you have an instrument in, so it's actually got 3 inputs. Interesting. I'm guessing that's a 3rd input, unless that's an output. I don't know. I'll have to see what that is. And then this is obviously a headphone jack, so you can plug your headphones in, and then, yeah, on the bottom it just has like rubber feet and stuff like that, so it doesn't slip around. So really nice. All right, cool. So we're gonna go, yeah, we're gonna go mess around with this thing and see how it does, and see what all these buttons do. Okay, so now that it's been unboxed, I did go over a few of the things, but just to kind of reiterate some of the information on this little device. Especially because I love that it has this little guide here that kind of tells you what each thing is. So basically, it's very simple. You have big old knob here, which controls volume levels of the various different things. So let's say you're plugged in and you want to use your microphone. You use 1 and 2 to select which one of your inputs in the back here you want to control. So you hit 1, and now this knob controls 1. If you don't touch the knob, this will actually light up with audio, like when you speak into it, and it'll show you how loud it is. And then when you turn it, it switches over to where you're changing how much volume you want to put on it, and then it'll immediately switch back once it's noticed you haven't touched the knob in a while. It'll switch back to showing you how much volume you're kicking out. The 48 volt button is actually really nice. It's independent of the two different inputs, so you turn input 1 and then you say 48 volts. Input 2, 48 volts. The little smart button here, the smart gain, I'm not really sure exactly what it does, but thankfully, on the back here, it tells you. Press the smart gain button to begin. That's step 1. Step 2, the smart gain LED will illuminate green, and the input channel LEDs, 1 and 2, will begin to flash, indicating a channel must be selected. So then you got to press one of the buttons, so either 1 or 2, to choose which one you want to have using. Step 4, press the smart button again to begin the process. Step 5, the smart gain LED will start flashing red, and the volume wheel LEDs will illuminate, indicating that smart gain mode is now listening. Cool. Start playing or performing into the microphone. 7. Smart gain mode will dial in the correct levels, and when complete, the smart gain button will flash green twice to indicate it has been successful. Step 8. You are now ready to start recording. So from what I can gather out of that is it's pretty much exactly what it says, smart gain. It allows you to kind of either play an instrument through or talk through your microphone, and it'll set up the gain automatically for you, which is actually pretty cool. That's a really good feature for those who aren't used to gain staging, which is when you kind of figure out all your levels. That's a good way of kind of doing it automatically in a way that you don't have to sit there and manually, frick with things. So you can do the loudest thing you're going to do as well as the quietest thing, and I guess it listens and just kind of figures out how to adjust. But anyway, I did plug this in to my computer. I did not try out the smart feature just because I didn't know. I didn't know. But I'm sure it works fine. Actually, I might check it out in a little bit. But first I want to try some audio samples. After that, I will check this thing out, and then I'll come back and kind of edit in what I think of that near the end of all this stuff. But before then, let's go over some audio samples. So what I have up is I have Reaper open right now, so you can see here. And I have it currently going through so you can hear the audio. So I made a bunch of different recordings. Each of these recordings is based on different things. So you see each one's labeled Behringer voice, EVO 4 voice. Those are two different microphone samples using this microphone. I try to keep all the levels as close as possible. You have 2 guitars. So this was literally just my Fender Stratocaster plugged directly into the interface's first inputs. I tried to level them as good as I could, and then that's it. I have no effects on any of this stuff yet. So that'll be really clean. And then these last two things is I wanted to compare the noise floor. So I literally took the first inputs and I cranked their gain all the way up. And then I just hit record, and I let it record to see if there's any noise. Noise floor is just at what point does noise start becoming audible. It's a good thing to have a really low noise floor, because that means you can really crank the gain without worrying about too much noise interference from the interface itself. If there's anything outside that happens to get in the way when things are plugged in, that's hard to diagnose, but this is just everything that I have right now. So I guess first we can actually start with these. So what what I'll do is I'll just play one at a time. Let's do with the Audient, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to temporarily crank this thing up like crazy, and then we're just going to play this. So let's listen to the noise floor. Actually, here, I'm even going to join in on the fun, and I'm going to listen myself through my headphones at the same volume you guys are going to listen to. So let's listen in. Not bad, not bad. That's actually not that bad. And I put this back to 0 just because I wanted to hear it at Unity. Okay, let's switch over to this one. I'm going to crank that back up to about 10. No, 10. Thank you. All right, this is the Behringer. Yeah, those seemed about pretty much even to me, at least to my hearing. But let me go back and forth. Yeah, no, those sounded pretty much even to me. So that's good. That means the interface has a really good noise floor. Remember, these are the gains cranked to their max, which you will almost never have. So please keep that in mind. So let's go to the voice check system up here. So we're going to start with the Behringer one. So that's the one you're pretty much hearing now. And this is raw input. There's no settings or anything like that. Again, I think I'm going to, because I can tell that that's really low, I'm going to bump that up. Okay, actually that ends up being fine. So we're just going to listen to this real quick. Now, do note, I have an air conditioner on and a fan on. These were recorded with those on. This is being recorded with these on. I just happen to have a noise gate on, so you're probably hearing it somewhat in the background. So also keep that in mind because there was no noise gate here. So let's take a listen. Okay, this is a dry microphone test of the Behringer audio interfaces preamps. Okay, that sounds about exactly what I expect it to sound like without any processing at all. Let's hear the Audient one. Hopefully it's the same level. This is a microphone test of the Audient EVO 4 preamps. I mean, that sounded pretty much the same to me. Okay, this is a dry microphone test of the Behringer. This is a microphone test of the Audient. Okay, this is a dry microphone. Yeah, they sound pretty much identical. So yeah, really good job, Audient. The preamps sound really good to me. Obviously, there's no post-processing, but just from that little bit, not bad. That actually sounds really good. That sounds exactly like what I want my my voice to sound like before I've done any post processing. So like EQ, compression, and stuff like that. So really, really good. I'm impressed so far. Okay, now on to the guitar test. So here's the guitar by itself for the Behringer. Okay, really thick, very bass heavy. That was with the neck pickup, so it's the one closer to the neck of the guitar, so that's always going to be a little bit of a thicker sound. But yeah, let's see what that sounds like through the Audient. Does that sound different? I think that sounds a little different. I don't know. I keep forgetting that I can just hold Alt and switch between them. So let's A and B them real quick. I'm noticing that the Audient one is way thicker in this test. I don't remember it being like that in the microphone test. So that might be a difference because it does have the 2-in-1 design. It has a control in the front for instrument. So I wonder, I'm actually curious now if there's much of a difference with the input in the front. I'm gonna have to check that when I go to do the gain stage test. I might come in and do that test too. But yeah, that seemed a lot thicker. But that might be something to do with how they calibrate these. That might be specifically designed to be used for a guitar, and so it might be a bit of a different signal chain, or might react to the signal a little differently. So yeah, pretty interesting. I'm gonna have to check that out and see how that stacks up. But other than that, everything else so far has sounded really, really good. I'm very impressed with, especially for the size of this little thing. This thing is tiny. Like even some of the other audio interfaces from like PreSonus, from Behringer, to get 2 ins, the 2 outs, headphone, and even its own dedicated plug here for instruments, and the different, the nice controls, that gain stage button. For all that to be in this size, I'm very impressed. I really like this thing. This is really good. I did check out the headphone and the left and right out. They sound perfectly fine. They actually sound really good. They sound... I tried with these headphones on and on my speakers with a song that I know very well that I've listened to on many devices, so I've kind of gotten the characteristics of the way it's supposed to sound. And yeah, no issues on either of them. They worked perfectly, and I was very impressed with the way this all worked, especially because it was just so easy to plug everything in. It's super simple. I like the USB Type-C, which I probably mentioned before. The knob feels really, really nice. It doesn't slide at all because it's got the little rubber things on the bottom to keep it from sliding. Honestly, yeah, if you're getting into music recording, or even if you're getting into like streaming or podcasts, and you don't want to spend a lot of money on like a fancier device like the Go XLR or something like that, this would do you just fine. And it's super small and portable. Like, it gets all of its power from the computer through the USB Type-C, so you can take this with you wherever you go. So if you need a portable solution, this is perfect. Like, this is amazing. Like, this is great. Like, build quality feels really good, very sturdy. It's got the right amount of heft that I expect. But yeah, I am very, very color me impressed. I recommend this. I do. If the price is about $130, that's what I got it for on Zounds. It seems to be that price pretty much most places. So if that seems like a fair price to you, definitely pick this thing up, because you are paying a little bit for the fact that it's smaller. It's got the nice amount of inputs, and honestly, I guess the extra technology built in. So you're paying a little bit more than if you were to get even because Focusrite is actually a pretty expensive brand, and you're paying more for this than you would for even for one of the cheaper Focusrites, which is like $100. But I think it's perfectly serviceable. And they also make a 8 version of this, which I'm guessing that has 4 inputs and 4 outputs or something like that. They usually name them specifically for a reason. So I'm not going to look at that one because I'm going to expect it's going to be as good as this. So yeah, I am very impressed with this thing. I am quite pleased with this thing. If you guys liked it, please let me know. I'm sitting here thinking of whether I even want to bother cutting in any other segments for this video, because I don't see how there could be any issues with any of the other things. Honestly, no. This is the video. I don't even feel like I need to. If you guys want to see me do a little bit more with this before I find it a new home, because I have no need for this, so I'm probably going to end up either returning this or finding a home for it. But if you would like to see a little bit extra from this thing before I return it, let me know, and I'll try to do some of the other stuff. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for showing up, and I hope you liked it. If you enjoyed the video, please give it the thumbs up. If you would like to see more of my content, make sure you subscribe, and
yeah, let me know what you thought of this thing, just from your samples, and would you use this? Like, is this something that appeals to you guys? Like, something that's definitely able to be at home and in your studio, but also something that you can take around with you with like a laptop or something and record on the go? Definitely let me know. I absolutely love this thing. Yeah, I'm gonna shut up. Link in the description to where you can pick it up. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.